Hi crafty friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Lacey the Cheeky Bum, and this is a tutorial for the February's Year of Cheer Hop. This month we were focusing on tags, and I decided to make a double standing loaded tag, like pocket tag, if that makes sense. So for this tutorial this is the Chaos Crafts large tag stacking pockets. I will link everything down below that I can, and I've altered it just a little bit so that it will stand up. I have two of them basically put together, and it stands up like that, and you can load it up with all kinds of goodies. You can put other tags in it, like so, and even stuff with dimension, because the pockets are gusseted, so you can really layer like this up and put all kinds of stuff in here. So you can load it up with other tags, so a tag with tags. You could put ephemera, embellishments, all kinds of stuff in here, and I just like how it stands up like this so that, yeah, you can just load it up. So we're going to get into the tutorial. If you have any questions, make sure you let me know. But I think I've got it down now. This was my first attempt to make it, and it turned out really well. I will be making more of these. For storage purposes, because this is build your stash, I'm not going to decorate this because I want to be able to lay it pretty flat and put it in my storage so that when Christmas crafting comes around next year, I can take it out and I can do whatever kind of embellishments I want on it, and it's ready to go. So let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so we're gonna start out by cutting out two of everything. So we have two of these little tag, like hole reinforcers. That's what it is. Two of the front tag, front pocket mat, two of the larger ones, two of the little pockets, two of the big pockets. I have two of the tag, but then I also have two 110-pound cardstock that I'm going to put on the back of this tag for structure and strength. So since this is going to be standing up, I wanted to have, you know, I want it to be nice and sturdy. So that's what we're going to start with. You're also going to need a couple little pieces of paper. Where did they go? Here they are. So you're going to need a piece. This is also the 110 cardstock. It is a 4 by 4.5, and you're going to score along the 4-inch side at 1/2 inch, 2 inch, and 3.5. And this is going to be what is like the base of where it's going to stand up. And then you need two little pieces that are 1/2 inch by 1.5, and we're just going to fold these ones in half. And this is going to be like our little hinge. So these are going to attach to this. I decided to go with two little pieces that'll attach like this because there's just not much room with the hole right there, and I just didn't want to do two, like one. I was going to do one small or one thin longer piece, but I decided to do two little hinges so that I could have more glue space than what is provided right there. So I am gonna, what do I want to start off with first? I think that I'm gonna start with gluing the tags together. So I'm gonna glue this part onto the white base, and then I think then we will do this piece. I think that's how I want to do it. So let's start with this one first, and I'm going to speed this up so you can skip along if you want. Yeah. Okay, so now that I have those two pieces done, I'm gonna take my little pieces and we're just gonna fold those in half. And we are gonna attach them like so. Now I want this to be very close to the top, so I'm gonna, like, you're not really gonna see these, so they don't have to be perfect. So I'm gonna attach it just like that. So you want that hinge part like real close to the top. And we're gonna do the other one. Okay, so basically we're going to take our other one and we're going to attach it, you know, like just, I'm going to butt it up to each other and I'm going to put glue on those and attach them down just like that. So that we have this. Now you're going to want to let this side like dry real well. Now you are going to have like gapping because this is 110 cardstock. It's a little thicker. You can use 65-pound cardstock if you wanted, like that's what this pink is, but I just wanted to have like more strength, so that's why I used 110. You could also use like a thicker cardstock, like a basil or something like that has like just some sturdiness to it, but this is how I'm gonna do it. Now I'm gonna take that bottom hinge piece that we scored and we're just gonna fold our scores. So we want these ones to go the same way, so in. And then this one to go like this. If that makes sense. So you're gonna have something that looks like that because these are going to attach along the bottom here so that it can fold up nice and neat and then pop open like that. So we're gonna go ahead and attach one side. Like so. You want to make sure that like when it's folded, it's not going to go any lower than your tag itself. So you gotta do it just above. I don't know what this is. I keep pulling up something. So just make sure that that's attached really well. If you have any that pokes out the side that you can see that's really bugging you, you can just kind of snip it off. So once that side's attached real well, then we are gonna move to this side. Now this side's gonna be a little trickier because you are not able to like lay it flat, but you can lay it like this if you want and glue it like that so that you can get a good adhesion. I think that's the word we want. You can also kind of flip it up like this and kind of go on the inside with your bone folder so that you can really rub that down. But basically this is what we're looking for, so that the pocket will sit up like this. I mean, more weight that you put in the pockets, the more this will flatten out, but that's okay. It's still got a good tripod base. It's nice and sturdy, and it'll be even sturdier once you put pockets on. So now I suggest putting the mats on your pocket before we fold and attach the pockets to the tag itself. So I'm just gonna take these and make sure I glue my mats down. Okay, so now that you have your mats done, we're gonna go ahead and fold these up. Now you got to be careful with this mat. I put it the wrong way. I don't think it's going to be that noticeable, but because this bottom is going to be covered with a smaller pocket anyway, but be careful. There's a skinnier way for the mat and a slightly wider way, and you know accidents happen, and that piece wasn't going to come back up. So now when you're folding these pockets, these gussets, you want to go put it upside down and go back forward, back. So this bottom one comes back, and then this one is the same as the other side, so back, or up, down, or down, up, down, instead of back. But you want it to be like that so that this can be glued to this part, and then you have this pocket, or this piece underneath. They'll go like this. So typically what I like to do first, I'm gonna get out some tape. So I like to use glue and tape on these just because I feel like it stays in place a little bit longer, or like faster. The glue gives it a little bit of wiggle room. And then the tape kind of like locks it in place. So I feel like that's how I'm gonna do it. And I typically like to put this piece down first. So how high do we want it? Do we want it? I feel like we have to have it about right there, because that way this gives a little bit of room for this small pocket to adhere to. So we want to get that right along the top so that we have a spot for that pocket. So I'm just going to peel off the bottom first. We're gonna just do just a little bit of glue so we have some wiggle room. So I'm gonna, before I put the bottom down, I'm gonna align the top up where I want, holding it with one hand, and I'm just gonna tuck that piece under like that and really give it a good varnish. But now I see, because I didn't put the sides down, I can really get in there and make sure that's down real well. All right, now the sides. Come on. Now I have like a little bit of tape. I don't know if you're gonna see it. That is coming over my edge just a little bit. I'm just gonna kind of fold that up with my tweezers so that it just doesn't get in my way at all. Okay, so I'm gonna tuck in the sides as I'm pushing up. I'm gonna tuck those in and really kind of press down. And if you use glue, it will give you a little bit of wiggle room. If you don't, that tape is going to kind of stick wherever it sticks. So that's why I like to use a little bit both, and that is that first pocket all the way down. I like to try to go in like this with my bone folder and really varnish those sides, but the tape should do its job like so. If you have any extra little bit, you could clip that off, but I don't think we're really going to see it once we get the bottom pocket on. So we're going to do the same thing with the bottom pocket, folding it up the same way. So we want down, up, down, down, up, down. Okay. We're going to take this up the same way. This is pretty easy rip tape. I don't really have to use my bone folder, but I like it nice and straight rip. All right, so we're gonna start at the bottom first again. All right. So I'm gonna try to line that up the best I can. I mean, you could bring it all the way down to the bottom of the tag if you want, but I don't think it really matters. So I'm just kind of buttoning it right up to the bottom of this one. Like so. Okay, we're gonna do our sides the same as we did that first pocket. Again, I have a little bit of fold over, so we're just gonna fold that up. Hit it with some glue. We're gonna tuck them in. And just kind of fold in and fold up. All right, so now we have one side done. It's gonna look like that, and you just put all kinds of stuff in your tag pocket. Now we're gonna do the other side. Okay, so now that you have both sides done, your pocket is basically good. So it's just gonna kind of sit like this, and you can load them up. I feel like this is just, this will be really good for a rack. You can really load things up in there. Oh, I need to put my little reinforcers on, but I'll do that in a second. This is just a really good pocket tag. Like, it's good for like a tag flip if you were doing a tag flip just to put stuff in. But I love that this will stand up. I can put like, these are just some tags that I have already made. And they're nice thick pockets, and these are like really dimensional tags, so they both fit in, like one in each pocket with room to still put some things in there. You can decorate it however you want. I would like refrain from decorating this pocket too much so that you can put, you know, the higher stuff up in there. But down here you can do so much. I'm not gonna do a whole lot of decorating up to this yet because this is going to be for building my stash. So I want it to still lay somewhat flat. And then when I go to, you know, pull this out for next year, I'm going to make a couple of these. So that way I'll have 2 or 3, maybe even 4 ready to go. I'm just going to be able to pull them out, and I can decorate them and do whatever I want. You can still add ribbon to this because it's still pretty flat. So I'm going to add my reinforcement. I can add some ribbon to it. But yeah, I feel like this is cute. You can definitely build your stash because it still lays flat. And that way you can pull it out when you're ready to use it next year and just really fill up those pockets with just anything that you want. I really like this. I think it's really cute, and I will definitely be making this again. I wasn't sure how exactly it would turn out, but it's pretty simple and easy. I've seen people like glue these back to back like that, but I wanted it to be able to stand up on your desk so that you can put stuff in. You could put cocoa pouches in here. You could put just other tags. Like, you could load this up with tags so you have like a tag pocket tag full of tags, however you want. But I think that this is really fun and neat, and it does still lay flat. So you could technically, like, if you're filling it with just like tags, like cut apart tags, like gift tags that aren't super dimensional, even with these ones, you can get away with putting this like in a bubble mailer. Like, if you wanted to just do somewhat flat Happy Mail, this would still be good for that because it's still like, I mean, it has dimension but not too much. And then when they pull it out, you know, they got your tag. So I feel like this is super cute. I'm glad that I purchased this. I have not used it yet. I will give the AliExpress link, and if it's on Amazon, if it's available on Amazon, I'll link it, the Amazon link down below as well. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, if you have any questions, let me know. I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. I'll also put the extra little pieces that you're gonna need. I'll put those down in the description as well. And yeah, have fun. So you can see like my mess up on the back, like, well, you know, one side's always better than the other, right? But it's not super noticeable. So this is the mat that I put in the wrong direction. I flipped it. So yeah, but it's not super noticeable, but not So I feel like I can get away with it. One side's always better than the other. Because this is the same color, I probably will kind of ink the edges of the scalloped edge just a little bit so you can see a little bit of definition. I didn't really think about that before putting it together, but so many different possibilities, so many. So if you have questions, let me know. If not, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.